Hello guys, welcome to Mobilemaths with Gamchirai. Today we want to look at rotation under geometrical constructions form. So I've got a question here that I want to answer using three different methods. So the question reads: a triangle has vertices A 1 1, B 2 4, and C 4 4. Find the coordinates of the image of its vertices if it is rotated through 90 degrees clockwise and about the origin. Okay, so the first method that I'm going to use is a matrix method, whereby the matrix of rotation through 90 degrees is 0, minus 1, 1, and 0. Okay, like that. Then when we have that, we can now try to write our triangle in the form of a matrix, whereby I'll be taking A values. This one will be X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Okay, so I'll write my matrix in the form of these are the vertices A, B, C, and I'll have the first row being the X values and the second one being Y values. Okay, so if I do that, I'll have my first vertices of A as 1 1. For B, I'll have 2 4. For C, I'll have 4 4. Okay, like that. Okay, now what I'll do now is this: I'm going to multiply the matrix of rotation and the matrix of our triangle. Okay, so I'll have my 0 minus 1 and 1 0, multiplying our A, B, and C matrix, which is 1 1, 2 4, and 4 4. Okay, like that. Okay, now I would check if I can multiply this. This is a 2 by 2 matrix multiplying a 2 by 3 matrix. Okay, so the center values, they are the same, so we can multiply and our answer will be a 2 by 3 matrix. Let's do the row by column multiplication. Okay, if we do the row by column multiplication, I'll have for the first row, I'll have 0 times 1 plus 1 times 1. Then the second one, 0 times 2 plus 1 times 4. Okay, then the last one, 0 times 4 plus 1 times 4. Okay, then the second one, I'll have minus 1 times 1 plus 0 times 1, minus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 4. Then lastly, I'll have minus 1 times 4 plus 0 times 4. Okay, so this is how we do the row by column multiplication. Let's simplify that. I will get 0 plus 1, 0 plus 4, 0 plus 4. Then on the second one, I'll have minus 1 plus 0, minus 2 plus 0, and lastly minus 4 plus 0. Okay, so if we simplify that, we'll get 1 4 4 minus 1 minus 2 minus 4. Okay, remember this was our A, our B, and our C. Now it's image, image, image. So we can write the vertices as our A image is now 1 minus 1. Our B is now 4, B image 4 minus 2, and our C image is now 4 minus 4. Okay, so that's how we do the matrix method. Okay, now I've got a second method whereby we check firstly the A, we check the A vertices, B vertices, and C vertices. Okay, so we had 1 1 and 2 4 and 4 4. Okay, So what we do for this one is this. When we are rotating the x values, these are the x values, x, 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 x. They are going to change. Sorry, these are x, y. Sorry, the second one is y. The second one is y. This one is y here. Let me rewrite it. This one is y, y, y. Okay. This is y, y, y. Okay, I was carried away with writing x then. Okay. So what we do when we are rotating through 90 degrees is the x value will interchange with the y value. Okay. Then when they interchange, our x value is now multiplied by a -1, the x value. Okay. So at the end of the day, we have our final thing is in the form of y -1 times x there. Okay. So let me write now. If I do the multiplication for if I do the interchanging, sorry, for a, b there. Okay, let's do that. I want to rub off this one. Okay, now I'm done. Let's do that. So for a, I'll have my a image is my y is now my 1. Okay, then my x I'll multiply with -1, so it will be -1 here. I go for b image becomes my y is now my x, so I'll have 4. My x I'll multiply with -1 there, so it will be -2. Okay, then I go down for c. I'll interchange 4 and 4, they are the same, so I'll have a 4 for y there, which is now my x. Then my y, my x I multiply with -1. Okay, so I'll have -4 there. Okay, so basically what is happening here is we are multiplying these x values that we have interchanged with -1, and they are changing. If we want to check, we can even go back to the previous where we have our minus there, you see. So it's the same. So basically whenever you are rotating through 90 degrees, know that when you have your x values and your y values, they interchange, and you have your y here and your x you multiply with a minus and you get this. So this is what you do when you are rotating. Okay, so let's now use a method of a graph. So here I've drawn the graph of ABC. Okay, where we have our 1, 1 here at point A, and our 2, 4 at point B, and our 4, 4 at point C. Okay, so for us to do the rotation through 90 degrees, what I do first is I'll draw a line. I'll draw a line that will be from each point from A passing through the origin like that. I'll do the same for C. I will do the same for B. Okay, like that. So this is not that clear. Let me show you how I do it. Okay, which is more clear. So here I've drawn in orange here my line from A. Okay, I can do the same from B. Okay, let me have that one, and the same from C. Now having those lines passing through the origin 0 there, what you do now is this. You draw arcs that will be coming from all the points A, B, and C. Okay, using your protractor. Okay, so you can draw your arc pointing with your sharp point at 0. Then you move from A, you can draw your arc. This one is not that accurate. I'll show you the accurate one. Then you do the same from B. Okay, something like this. Okay, you can even do the same for C if you want, but 2 points can help you. Okay, now this is what I have for my B. For my A, this is my arc there, which is passing through point A and going there. Okay, so this is how you do. Let's see for B. Okay, before I go for B, I've tried here to generate the 90 degrees. Once I have my arc, what I'll do now is I'll take my protractor and go on the line passing through A there. Then I'll measure my 90 degrees. Okay, so you measure 90 degrees here. So once you measure 90 degrees, you see where your arc is corresponding to your 90 degrees. Okay, so in this case it will be corresponding here. Okay, so that's where we have our A image there. Okay, here. So I'll have my A image at that point. So we do the same for B. Now I've drawn a curve or an arc from B, which is going down there in blue. With this one, I'll also measure 90 degrees from this line and see where it will go. Okay, so somehow we'll measure our 90 degrees and see where our point B will be. Okay, so what happens here is this. When you are doing this, you make sure you've got your 90 degrees and you check where the curve or the arc is corresponding with your 90 degrees. That will be point B image there. Okay, so I have it clearly drawn here where I have my arc in blue and my 90 degrees here formed like that. So this is the point where we have our B image here. Okay, so remember here we had our A image, so we now have 2 points and automatically we can even generate where our C will be. Okay, but if we want, we can still even draw the arc. So here I'm now drawing those 2 points. I've joined A and B and have these are images, sorry, these are images, A image, B image. Okay, so if you check our BC is that way, I can even say that my C is at this point and have it like this. So my C will be like this. If you try to rotate it, you'll see this side is horizontal. If we rotate it, it will be formed like this. So we have our 90 degrees being formed like this way. So at the end of the day, I can draw my my C, or I can use the arc and measure the 90 degrees like what I did in green there, where our A and our C was in the same line, and measure my 90 degrees here and have it like that. Okay, so it's passing through this point. It's one and the same thing. So we have drawn our C there and joined all the coordinates and have our C and our A image like that. Okay, so this is our image. So we can, from now, we can then write our A coordinates 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1. Our B image coordinates are 4 minus 2, and our C image coordinates are 4 minus 4. Okay, so that's how you do the graphical method. Otherwise, I'll try to use the instruments in the next question that I'll do, so that you see how we do it. Otherwise, have a good day. Bye bye.